All right, good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. All right, so today we got a special stream today with yours truly, Cool Daddy Fresh. The curiosity got the better of the cat, and so the cat thought it was a good freaking idea to buy me this game. So as a condition, the cat wants me to do a full-on first impression, or more accurately, a full-on first reaction. Because ever since Ark Survival Ascended dropped, I've avoided it like the plague. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Even more so after the Aquatica situation. I have not touched anything Snail games related. Even more so when they don't have pre-aquatic on GFN. I have not touched anything Snail related. I pretty much voted them off the island. Fuck Snail. I pretty much voted them off the island. However, I am a man of my word. I did say I would take a look at this game. I admit I am curious. I'm kind of curious to see the game that they tanked Ark Survival Evolved for, and tanked a lot of servers for. Speaking of Aquatica, though, before we get into me looking at Ascended, I do want to show. I really feel bad for the Epic players. Let me show you guys this. Let me pull up Ark Survival Evolved here. Let me show you guys something. I have not seen nobody talk about this. So this is the Epic version of Ark. I really feel bad for Epic players. I really do. It's bad enough they don't have a workshop, right? It is what it is. You would think they could get Aquatica for free. Alright, hold on. Oh, that's loud even. Damn. Alright, this shit all the way to 20. Alright, you guys see right here where it says the Aquatica? Alright, check it out. Let's go in. I should have fixed the resolution. Okay, we gotta turn that bullshit off. We gotta turn that bullshit off. That was crazy. That was getting on my nerves. Now that I want to show it on stream, it's not gonna do it. Alright, mate. Hold on. It might. It might. We're almost there. We're almost there. That's okay. If it don't show it on stream, I recorded it. I can always upload it to a as a video. But we might get there. Look at that. So Aquatica. Okay, hold on. Let's there we go. That's better. That's better. Okay. Now we put sound back on. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let me see. What do I have that I can? I did something and I don't know what I did. I was playing with the developer commands. See if I remember what the developer commands were. Um, I probably should have looked this up before stream. I did not think I was going to sink to the bottom. Hold on. Does the kill the key not do it? There we go. Was it fly? Okay, there we go. There we go. We got fly on. Yeah, I played around with some stuff on here. So, this is the Aquatica map. They have it on the list for the Epic players, making you think you got Aquatica for free. And all it is water. Okay. I really feel bad for these guys. So they got an update with nothing. I may have to show the video. I may have to upload the other video. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it this go around. I'm going to see if I can't find it, because I did fly around a lot around this map, but there was a thing underneath the water that made it look like they actually had the Aquatica map. Thing is, I would probably have to go to wherever I first loaded in. Which could roughly be about anywhere, because I was at the corner of the map goofing off. I was trying to see where the map extended to. But this is it. So they've got an empty map with a little bit of artwork texturing in the background. So obviously you see like the moon. I have noticed though, like health and all that, like hunger, nothing seemed to have happened. Now this time around it's not showing it. Like I said, I'm surprised that it's not. Because right now it just wants to show blue. Maybe it's a time of day thing. Because there is some stuff like some art or whatever, like some underwater imagery. I forget what it was that was under there, where I thought they were like fish and shit. But no matter how far you went out, how far you went in, it always looked like it was in the same bloody place, like it was in the same freaking area. So, this is what all the poor Epic players got. I'm sure somebody fired the game up, saw Aquatica, got excited, thought they got the map for free, and yeah, this is what they received. So you are actually able to load into Aquatica on the Epic version, you just don't get the map, which does not make no sense considering they forced that update on Epic players. That they don't even sell the map to. Forcing them on the Aquatica version. So this is what they get. We're gonna come out of this crap. Let me turn that off because I don't want to hear that bullshit music. Oh, this is whole new music, I think. Alright, so that's your Aquatica music. So it'll change from that to Aquatica when you come out of that particular map. We're not going to listen to that whole thing, though. We're not going to do that. So yes, hats off to all the Epic players that own Ark. So if you own the Steam version of Ark, if you think you have it bad, trust me, Epic players have it way worse. I have both versions. I supported Ark Survival Evolved back when it was in EA, when it first came out. And part of me says regretfully so, but I actually, I had fun with the game. But I do regret purchasing any additional content. If I'd have known giving them money was going to lead to where it led, I would have never gave them a dime. I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. I'd have never paid for none of the DLCs. I would have kept the base game, played the map, called it a day. Got played on the free maps. But that having been said, we are going to take a look at Ascended. I have not ran this game. Full disclaimer, I have not ran this game. I do not know what to expect. I have not ever looked at any gameplay footage since the beginning when it was first released. I have had complete no interest in this game. So I have no idea what I'm going to run into when I fire this up. But by rights, it should run decently on GeForce Now. I did forget to pull up the map, but you guys have seen past videos where I pointed it out, even on stream, where you had to go through a lot of hoops to make Ark Survival Evolved look good on GeForce Now because they don't have it properly set up. Both Ark Survival Evolved and Atlas look like dog shit for the most part on GeForce Now. They do not have it properly set up with their settings. I'm not going to go deep dive into that. I've done a video where I've done that. So I do want to see, and I'm bringing it up because I want to see if they properly set up this game. Part of me says no, but then again, they might have just because they're trying to tank their original game. But we're going to see. Let's fire it up. Let's see what we get. Let's see where we land with this game. No, I don't want to do all that. So apparently on GeForce Now, and as you see, 0 minutes total, 0 minutes. I have not ran this raggedy motherfucker. So apparently you got to go through the install process on GeForce Now. I did go through and click all the free DLCs because I'm not paying them no money. So we did get the base game. Like I said, curiosity in a cat. By the way, thank you, Vampy, for the game. Even though I'm going to talk shit about this game. If they do a good job, I'll give them credit where credit is due. I will be fair. I will not be not fair. So let's run the install process. Hopefully, you only have to do this one time on GFN. Let's see where we land. Okay, it wants to take its sweet time installing. Technically, it should already be installed, and this is just a formality, and normally it'll go over instantly with games like this, but Snail set it up. So we are going to see if Ark has ascended to a higher level of excellence, or if they have ascended to where the moon don't shine, and they are now the snail in my crack. We are going to see if that is the case. I should have probably let off with that in the beginning. That's why I named the series the way I named it, because I believe they are the Snail and everybody's crack. They have royally pissed everybody off. The community is none too happy with them, and they have to work really hard. My opinion is so low of them, they have to work really hard just for me to have an average low opinion of them. This is taking forever even on GFN. What are we talking about here? Look at this. Let's see. 55.7, huh? So that must be what it is compressed. So it's actually downloading this game. So this wasn't even installed. That's crazy. Unless this is an update. But because normally when you have to hit the manual install, like on a ready to play game, it'll be instant. It'll be instantaneous. At best, you'll have a small patch. That's crazy. Even more so considering the fact that, and this says a lot about GeForce Now, right? This is their ready to play section. It's bad enough that they already want to charge you for that bullshit single session storage on install to play as a paid member. They want to charge you for a service you're already paying for, so it's bad enough they're doing that. Plus, bad enough that they've got you at a 100-hour cap, so you have to spend however long this is going to take, because this is their internet that this is downloading at. So you're going to have to spend however long it takes to install this raggedy motherfucking game, and you're losing that time off your total hours of playtime to install a game. On the ready to play section where it's supposed to be ready to play. It doesn't look ready to play to me, fam. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's me. This does not scream ready to play. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I have to double check it. I'm pretty sure this was a ready to play game. Maybe we'll have to check that out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's ready to play because install to play, I would see a list of other games down here under install to play. And I don't see no other games. So I'm pretty sure this is a ready to play game. Yeah. Oh my, I'm really getting my money's worth. Alright, my stream's off to a good start. I am thoroughly impressed. I don't think I had to do this even with Ark. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure, Ark Survival Evolved. Evolved was ready right out the starting gate. That shit was ready to play. The upside is, if this works properly, you'll only have to do this one time, fam. You only have to do this one time. Uno times. Man, I even bumped up my bit rate or whatever for this. Normally I'm at 2.5 or whatever, you know, because of my data cap, but I bumped this up to 7.5 because I want to make sure this comes in real good. I don't feel like you should need more than 7.5 for a 720p stream. Technically, you don't really need more than 5.5. I mean, 2.5 is lowest passing. Um, I wouldn't go lower than 2.5. So, which would be 2,500 in the little thing on OBS. So, but 2.5 is the lowest you ever want to go. If you're on a data cap, that's what you want to go with. I'm making an exception to the rule on this one because it's a very graphically intensive game. Normally, I don't have a problem. I mean, because my Dune streams come in pretty good, so I normally don't have a problem. But I just wanted to be sure this came in really good because that's probably going to be the only positive thing I have about this game is that it's pretty. It's a pretty game, and they did a good job. The graphics are great from what I've seen. There we go, rise above the hay. Okay, so we are fully functional. Okay. All right, first run. No battle line, blah 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 blah. Unofficial servers. Well, I'm not gonna be playing on a server, so I really don't give a shit. So we'll just play it normally. It's fine. Sure, sure. We'll hit okay. Okay. Now watch, I'll never get that option again now that I've selected that. I'll never get that option again. Unless I'm lucky and it'll open up the thing and give me the option to manually launch this. I'll never see that option again. Yeah, blah blah blah, sure. It's a pretty screen riddled with plenty of ads. Just what I always wanted. And Ninja Turtles in Ark, of course, because that makes sense. Alright, so one thing I do want to do. Probably should have done this before stream. GeForce Now is not assigned to any. Now bear with me. Okay. Let me see. Alright, give me a second. I will be right back, guys. I want to go test something. Alright, fam. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure that at least some volume was coming through on this. Okay. Because I did change up how the volume was going through on this, and I don't know how loud this is going to come through on stream. Shit. I probably should not have done that. Bear with me, fam. We're going to do some technical stuff real quick. Okay. Hold on. I need to mute for a second. Alright. Alright. Hold on. Whoa. Let me turn that all the way down. I'm trying to come out of this. There we go. Yeah, because the volume's coming in loud, even though I have it at 20%, so it sounds like it's coming through 20% on the thingo. And I was running the sound through GeForce Now only instead of desktop, so I had to swap that out. So sorry about that. I should have had all that tested out before I started this stream. That's my bad. My bad. Okay, so let me see what we have here. So I want to see what my settings are. There we go. Thank you. Alright. Ultra performance, VSync ops. Okay, cool, cool. Graphic presets are low. Okay. We are going to test that. We are definitely going to test that. Unblock all mods. That's the other thing. I want to see where the mods are. Okay, so we can come out of this right now. We're not going to mess with the graphics yet. So how do you get mods? Because they have no workshop for this, and allegedly you can get this through the game. So mod list right here. Okay. So one of the big tests. Let's see. How can we search for mods? Right. Free and premium. So yeah, of course they're gonna have paid mods, which kiss my ass. Literally, yeah, truly, from the bottom of my heart, kiss my ass. So Star Wars. Let's see, do we have Star Wars mods? Ark of the Force, I believe I looked this up, but it is definitely not Star Wars. I remember what all they put in it, so. Are you not? Come on, seriously? I have to click it again? No Star Wars, so the Star Wars mod that was on my series is not on it. So, already, because I play modded Ark, so I already know that I'm going to have zero interest in deep diving on this. But I am going to do one thing. One thing we need to check is whether or not we'll have to reinstall this bitch. For those looking to get this game to play it on GFN. So top seller. Gonna wait for this to refresh. There we go, it has refreshed. Alright, let's see if we can jump back in it. So by rights, this should go ahead and start up. Oh man, seriously? My chest gonna start hurting now. So, alright, starting download, update patching. So, we have a patch apparently. We're gonna cut it some slack because we had to do a fresh install. So that means that when you install it, it will count towards your account as being already installed. Which is weird because you never get the same virtual machine Never get the same one twice. There we go. So we will fire up the game again. Yep. I'm not gonna tell it to always answer like that because I do want the option to choose. So we're gonna do one more restart. I want to see if it does another same patch kind of thing, or if the patch, or if we're good and we're done. Because by rights, GFN or Snail or whoever that, however they run the patching, this should be auto updated. Like you should never have to patch your game on a GeForce Now game. Alright, so we are going to come out. I'm doing this so people can see what they get, what they have to go through, like right out the starting gate with this game. Alright, so let's start it back up. Alright, so it looks like it's going to continuously patch, so I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to do another restart after this patch. Because I shouldn't have to patch. This is something that should be maintained on this service. That's what I paid him for. So this is something to keep in mind if you are going to rent GeForce Now for Ark Survival Ascended only. You will have to patch even though the game should technically be ready for you to play. This is not ready. This does not look like ready to me. And again, you're at a 100-hour cap, so every time you got to patch, every time you got to do little bullshit like this does take and allocate from that time. Oh my goodness. All right. So one thing I don't like, you have to hit escape to go into your settings. You do not have it like clearly visible on the menu screen. So if you're a new player and you're not entirely sure to look, you're not gonna know where to go or whatever until you hit that escape button. That's the only time you're gonna see it. Like, the menu is not bad, but it's riddled with ads. I don't like that. So we are gonna do two things. We're gonna start a game. I just want to kind of go over what's what here, because I know I'm gonna change some shit. So I'm not gonna go through the mod list. I looked for the main one I was interested in, which was Star Wars. They don't really have a Star Wars. The one that I think I saw has not been updated for a minute. I'm not gonna do any mods. Not gonna do any mods on this game. Bob's Tales. Yeah, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass, Bob. So, where's my single player option? Join game. Create game. Here we go. Can I create a game? Choose your difficulty. You know, I didn't know this was a thing. Easy, medium, hard. So, we're learning a game, so we're gonna go with easy just to start right off. Not that that should make a difference, but whatever. So we've got DLCs and shit, but we don't have the original game completed. So I'm not seeing all the maps from the original game yet. So that's good that they're working on new content and not the content that's promised. Okay, so we will start off on the island because that should be the least buggiest out of everything. I guess this is a save backups option for those that are too lazy to go into their folder and zip up their shit. So that's great, that's convenient, that's awesome. I'll give them props with that. Mod arcs. Okay. Let's hop in and see what we got. Let's see how it looks. We'll do the island. That map should have the least issues. Alright, so here we are. Character creation. Oh, man, I am... My dude, you are gonna make me dizzy. I will just use my gamer tag. I'm not gonna do a lot of customization with this guy. I'm just kind of going over what the options are. So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on stream trying to make my dude perfect. Cosmetics. I really don't care about any of those cosmetics, so. Let me see, can I change hair color? General. I'm gonna go bleach blonde. Dude, seriously? Oh, I kinda like that one better. May have to go back and change that. I'll swap that out and go back down. No. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. Not gonna spend a super lot of time doing this. Damn. So this thing's already pissing me off because I'm clicking dead on the edge and it's already like keeps moving. So, all right. Torso, just out of curiosity. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Let me just say the preset. I was thinking about doing a full-on Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but that's gonna take too long. That's gonna take too long. So we will and I will check later too, probably before I end the stream, to see if that stays saved, because it does say saved with Evolved. So let's just hop on here. I'm not gonna spend all day on character creation. Not for a playtest. Alright, well, I guess we will go Zone 1.
Are you the one I've been waiting for? You might be. I hope so. It's been so many cycles since I was her. Do I even still remember Hope? I wasn't sure you'd ever turn up. The odds just kept getting longer. I guess I've been losing faith, while they've been gaining power. You have to reach me. Everything depends on your survival. Master this world. Make allies of its many creatures. Grow your strength and skill. Explore this place like I did so long ago. Put the pieces together and find me, survivor. You may be the only one who can.
Okay, so I do give them credit on the intro. It's too bad they couldn't have put that in the original game. Alright, we got He-Spike. He kind of looks more like He-Man though than Spike. Yeah. I should have made him green. I should have made him like the Hulk. Okay, so it starts you off in third person, not first. Can I go into first? I can go into first. Okay, that's awesome. Alright, so that's great. So, third person's not bad, but I mean, maybe it's a little more fluid than the original game, considering they couldn't be bothered to do anything about it. So, let's see something. Game filters. I do have game filters, so they do have a few filter options. So we will revisit that. But I want to see the game on all graphical settings. So you have a save game option. I guess it's saved. Create backup save. What does that do? Oh, okay. Alright, fam. Alright, so now graphics. Graphic presets. We're going all the way to the top. We see what it would look like all the way to the bottom. The game is freezing up. The game is froze. Did the game not like us? Oh, this game ain't doing shit. There we go. Okay, so now we have the game all the way. I'm not seeing that big of a difference to write home to mom about. A little bit of a difference, but it's kind of looking like pixelated ass. So, did they not? That's going to be the real question. Did they? Is there a setting that requires a restart like the other game? Because that's where Ark Survival Evolved runs into a bit of an issue. Ultra performance, blah blah blah. Resync mode turned off. So, why do the graphics look like pixelated ass? This is GeForce Now, so the graphics should not look like pixelated ass. So I did literally saw nothing that said it required a restart like the original game would. Let's see how the map looks. Oh, that's the map, so we don't have to worry about do you not have a map on your do you not pull up the map on your fucking arm anymore? Hold M for more info. So, totally different map, so I guess you're not going to run into the texture issue with the map, or we've not uncovered enough of it to notice. So here's the thing, what we are going to do though, we are going to go, we're going to exit, right? Join last session, okay, so we can join last session, but we're going to do another restart. I want to see if this is one of those games that GeForce Now, because I am on the middle pay tier. Well, the first pay tier, there's only 2 of them. So I'm on performance. So technically, we are not allowed to save our settings. You apparently got to pay extra for that bullshit, which is bullshit, basically. I don't give a fuck about my Xbox credentials. Thanks, though. But every now and again, my point being, every now and again, some of these games will automatically save settings on the virtual machine for you. So let's pop up, see what we got. Let's see if this is one of those games. Now, of course, we got the patch again because it's not ready to play. the same 50.9 megabyte patch that it's going to continuously install every time we run a session. Also taking up more time on your limited amount of time that GFN gives you, so I absolutely would not recommend it based on that fact alone. I would not get GFN service for this game only. And I will at some point. I'm not going to deep dive into all the issues with GeForce Now. It's a great platform for certain things, but there are a lot of negatives. There are a lot of negatives with the platform as well also. Mostly on new changes that they've done and how they've got stuff set up and them being greedy. Bottom line, them being greedy. They're not providing quality service, but they want to charge more. Okay, so now we will start the game back up. Yes, we will hit play. So far, I am not seeing anything other than a reskin that is impressing me, but let's be fair, I have not really played it. Looks like more or less the same game, just with a new bunch of BS. Some cinematics, probably some quality of life updates that they probably could have just simply added to the other one. So join last session. Let's see if it'll take me directly into my my last save game. I probably should have checked my settings before I did that, but oh well. Is it me or is that kind of pixelated over there? Hold on. Let me let's look at our settings. Let's see where we're at. Where did we land? Graphic presets epic, except everything is back on low. That make sense. No, we want everything epic. Everything. We want it all epic. Come on now. There is nothing that you got on the top tier that you can't play on the bottom tier. I've tested most everything. So there's no reason why we can't. I don't want bloom, and I damn sure don't want motion blur. Okay. There we go. Right. There we go. I was gonna say because it was pixelating over there, so slightly a little better. But let's see if we can't touch it up. We're gonna get we're gonna give them help. Although you know that looks like dog ass. I just don't like that. Hold on, fam. Yeah, I just don't like that. That's I'm sorry to be restarting this shit, but I want to see if it saves. I want to see if it will save. All right, let's see. Wrapping up your previous session, okay. I want to see what we get. Because I know a lot of people that have bought this game, it's been hit or miss whether it runs decently for them on their machine. This is a paid service. You're supposed to be able to run this zero issue, so want to show people what they get. No, I'm not just grading Ark right now. I'm grading GFN on how they handle this game. Probably the same. Yep, 50.9 megabyte patch that takes forever to download and install. Probably takes up a terabyte of hard drive space just to install it. Because isn't that how it usually works? Wasting even more time on the timer. So you're definitely getting your money's worth when you run this game. Let me see, how long have we been streaming? We've been streaming 1 hour, 12 minutes, 2 seconds and counting. Okay, so we have basically wasted an hour on just trying to get this thing up and running. So just to do all these tests that I'm doing, you can expect an hour, a little over an hour of your playtime wasted on GFN. It's not leaving me with a good first impression. I'm gonna be honest. Not when we're being limited to a 100-hour cap, because that's 1 hour already taken away having to set up a game out of that 1 hour cap. And that's not even messing with the mods. We're not even touching mods on this. Let's see where we landed. Let's see where our settings landed us. Right back to low. Alright, so we'll fix that when we get in game. Okay. Yeah, this is where I was. Alright, so let's go back in here. Because I have to refix my settings, because on first paid tier you don't have even basic abilities like saving settings. So that's another point against GeForce Now. I got a lot of points against them. Alright, there we go. So we've got everything back on Epic. Alright, so now what we are going to do, we try to remember, I think it is Control G. Is it Control G? Yeah, it is. Control G, you can go in here. So, what am I doing here? I want filters. I don't want shortcuts. So we're going to want details. Okay. Alright, first thing we want to do is we want to get rid of blue. We don't need bloom. We're going to turn HDR toning all the way to 0. Alright, so I always max out my sharpen. Or my clarity, I'm sorry. And my sharpen, I'm going to bump over here at 74. Let's see how that looks. Let's see the difference. So there is a bit of a difference. Yeah, so that does bring that out. We're going to see where that lands us. Some games I like the way it looks. It looks perfect. We may tweak it on this one. I don't know. But, so if you are playing this game on GeForce Now and you are on performance tier, then this is sort of where you want to land it. So let's go out here in the sun. Let's see what we look like. So I'm not going to lie. I believe, because I'm running into the same issue that I did with Ark Survival Evolved. I know these graphics are not coming in to their full max potential. And I believe that's probably a cap that they ended up putting on the machine. But you can actually make this game look better. Like if you were to take the same machine, the same requirements system that they advertise it's bullshit for, you know, on your own hardware, this game would look actually absolutely a whole lot better than what it does. A whole lot better. I know this because I did a similar test with Ark Survival Evolved. This is exactly the same effect that it had with Ark Survival Evolved. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Our Ark was looking horrible. I've got a couple of streams up where you guys can check that out if you want. But if I was to run it on my own machine, it would look a whole lot better. And I'm talking even on my potato computer, I can make it look better than that, than what it does on the GeForce Now platform. So they've already got a point against them on how it's set up with GeForce Now on performance tier. So I don't know if that's I don't know whether or not we want to blame Snail for that or GFN. So we got a cool dodo here. Got me a litho. Alright, cool. What's up, my dude? I probably should run around. Let me see if I can bump sharpen down. There's something I'm not liking. There's something I'm not liking on the way this is translating to the game. We'll take it down to 40, and we're going to actually, let's see if we can take clarity down a little bit. We'll drop clarity to 50, because I don't like the way that looks. That works for other games. I'm not feeling the vibe on it with this game. Might be a little better. It's sad that I've got to use like external crap to make this game look decent. And the real test is generally the map. But from what I can tell, it looks like we may not have an issue with that map. Alright, so let's go into here. Let's see how everything looks, because that's going to be the real test, right? So we got the inventory. Let's see what the inventory looks like. Alright. I believe I'll put my first point in weight. How many points I got? 5? I got 5 more weight. I'll put 2 of those in the weight. Definitely gonna need some stamina. You know what? I'm gonna put more in the way because I need to kill. Oh, melee damage. I don't remember having that before. But you know what? We're gonna put that in weight. We're gonna totally put that in weight. Alright, so that's great. I've got engram, so let me see what I have. Campfire. I'll need to learn that. I don't know if it's me or what. I feel like I'm leveling up faster in this game. Maybe that easy mode crap has something to do with it. Maybe I should have stuck it in the middle. Let me see. But you know what, for an evaluation, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Let me see. I definitely want a storage box. Doors and windows. You know what, I need that sleeping bag more than I need them doors and windows. Let's see if I can remember how I do this. Yeah, I gotta be honest, this game looks like kind of like ass on GeForce Now. I could probably get a guy any kind of berry. I need to give me a dog. I want a doggy. That's good, I drank. I can't believe this is as good as it gets. This is horrible on GFN. I had Ark Survival Evolved looking better than this. What are we talking about here? Alright, let me punch a tree. Did I get any sticks out of that? Let's see. Cosmetics. I'm just curious. Can you preview the cosmetics? Oh, that's cosmetics on whatever. Oh, what the fuck? Why is it showing this? Whatever. So it's gonna show me the stuff I looted in cosmetics. That's just dumb. Let me see. I have 2 more points. That's great. What am I, level 7 already? The football. Tribe of KOOL attack, the football. Okay, that's great. That's awesome. Let me see. I want to craft. Uno. So I do need some thatch and I do need some flint. You know what? I'm not gonna complain too much. The easy hard mode, blah blah crap. That's a lot better than people trying to figure out their settings. I don't remember that being a thing in the first game. Maybe that's something that was, maybe that was. I've been so used to running on a server that maybe I just forgot about it. Well, no, I take that back because I don't think I had. I'm trying to remember. Did I have to do that when I did an Ark? Because I did do a private Ark recently, but I don't recall setting up. I don't recall the game being this fucking easy. I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh. Let me get some flint. Over here running my mouth. Crafting. Hatchet, there we go. Uno hatchets. Oh, there is one mod I should have probably looked up. We're gonna try and caveman this shit. Whoa. I thought I could crawl over the thing out there. I will say the map looks a little different, just even in the starting area. I expected more on GFN now. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I can't do that fucking third person shit. Is there not nothing I can't do? Let me look at the settings. Is there not nothing I can do to clear this up? Here, let's save the game. We'll even do another backup save. Great backup save. Yeah, give me another backup save. That should put me at what, 2? Okay. There has got to be something. Alright, none of these look like they have to do with textures. Yeah, I don't see me playing this too much on GFN. It just quality, bit video, ultra performance. What does this even mean? Let's go to, let's see what that does. That do anything? Oh. Oh, that is much better. That might That might actually make me not want to vomit. Yeah, 'cause that was killing my eyes. That's a little better. It takes a little bit of the edge off. I'm still gonna leave the reed shade because I think it just brings out the clarity stuff. I think it brings out the textures a lot more, makes the game look better. Because by itself, no, just no. Let me see. What does the other one do? I'm being nosy. Let's see what to go back to video. Okay. So we got quality. What's DLAA? I have no idea what that is. Huh. I might like DLAA just slightly a little better. I don't know. I'm trying to see which one I like better. No, yeah, DLAA. Upscale and analysis. Okay. Or we can just do it here. So that's just frame multiplier. Let me see. What is 4 the type I can go? Is hold on. If I'm on DLAA, is 4 the top I can go? Can I go high? I can't go higher than 4. Okay. So I suppose it doesn't really matter. Let me turn VSync on. See if that does anything. So I do think I'll leave it at quality. I think I like quality better. I had to read up on it, but quality is looking a little better to me. I'm not gonna lie. So those will probably be the settings you guys want to go with if you're running it on GFN. No, I forgot I can't I do want to pay attention to some foods. Alright, let me see. Can I make stuff? Can I get britches yet? What do I need for britches? I need fiber. So let me go geometry. Let me see what I get. Actually, can I get more? What do I need for you? I need hide. There we go. So we done went from the gray to making this shit look like what a that's went from white to like a gray hide looking thing. So or from gray hide to white. Man, I look like I should be working in a hospital. I'm not gonna lie. I look like fucking a nurse. Like, I'm nurse steroids. Like, that dude's big, so like, okay. Alright, well it definitely looks better, not like viewing it through your inventory. So that's good. That's a little better. One thing that I would say that I would like to get, that I should look on the mod section on. Dino Res, Pet Res. See if anybody's made one of those. Because I definitely have one on the on our ASC server that I cannot play because Snail Games does not have Pre-Aquatica on GFN. So far the only thing I can give them is that it's a pretty game. I will give them that. They did a good job with the graphics. I will give credit where credit is due. I'm not a complete and entire asshole. So, hold on. So, I do want to go back to the menu. I'm just curious, do they have a Dino Res? Revive? Dude, come on. Dino Revival, APR, Revive My Dino. So, let me see how each one of you work. So this has 90.8 rating. I do like the watch looking thing because it makes me think of that old show, that time travel show, Voyagers. They had a little watch like that where they would fly through time. '97. So do not use Bob. Does not require Bob's tail to use. Do not use Death Essence. Will not work on dinos that are already dead before the mod is installed. Uh-huh. 98. I'm not insuring my fucking dino or whatever. Is there one that I can just like revive? Not required. Bob's DLC. This mod adds feature that allows you to revive your precious dinos after they have died. When the dino has used the revival item, when the dino that has used the revival item dies, it is automatically added to the list. So what do I got to give them something? How long do you take to install? Let's see. That was very quick. I like that. I dig that shit. We're gonna only install the one, the Uno. Let me see. No mod projects, of course. and one installed. So now here's the thing, can I install mod on said game that I was playing? How does that work? Create a resume game. Mod settings, game rules. See, this is interesting because on the first game you can remove and add mods on a save. Mod arcs. Can I not can you not edit an existing arc? Can you not edit it at the menu? What happens if I load in? Can we edit it if we load in? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you're pretty grouchy there, my guy. Don't come over here fucking with me. My sorry, my dude. What the hell happened to my what the shit was that? It's a whatever a Saurus. I'm sorry, dude. It was instant reaction. I feel so bad. Oh, okay. Now I'm not feeling quite nearly as bad. You come fucking with me. All of y'all, okay. I done fucked up your buddy. I'm over here trying to get some shit done. You want some of this? I done fucked up your other buddy. Y'all keep fucking with me. Butthole. You, come on. I'm waiting on you. Like, I ain't did nothing to y'all. Nothing. Good Lord. Well, I needed dinner anyway. I needed dinner anyway. What do I got? That's a lot of meat. I gotta go cook that shit. We gotta cook that shit. It's time to get our cook on. What do I need? We gotta make a campfire. This is gonna cover us on our food. Alright, so since Daffy and his pals wanted to come fucking with me. Yeah. We're just gonna throw that wood in there. Let's just light that fire. There we go. There we go. We gotta get some food. as I was trying to figure out before Daffy fucked around and found out. So, settings. So I cannot add any mods, unblock all mods. I don't even know what that means. I have to look that up. So outside looking in, you do not have a section apparently at the main menu at the least. I don't know what the unblock all mods thing does, but you do not have a section where you add mods and take mods out of your Ark game. So I don't see an area where you can. So that's a point against this game. Unless maybe I'm missing something out, I'll have to look that up. But I shouldn't have to look it up. Let me put it that way. It should be self-obvious where it is, and obviously I don't see it. So, it is what it is. Dude. Okay, so I do not like this radio menu. This radio menu looks like ass to me. It's very pixelated. I mean, it looks cool and futuristic like, but damn sure hurts my eyes. Access inventory, sure. Yeah, I definitely like Evolved better on that one. So not big on the radials. So it's probably gonna take a minute for that shit to cook. Let me go chop some shit. I'm not gonna go that way. Let me go this way. Let me go chop some shit. Hopefully we don't get gobbled up. Let's hope we don't get gobbled up. Alright. Gonna need some thatch. Did I chop it all the way down? Can I stay chopping it? I'm just curious. Can I stay chopping it? No, I can't. Alright. Okay. Who's coming here to get fucked up? I'm telling y'all don't want none of this. Damn it. Let me take at least 10 of those with me. Keep my shit at the ready. Damn, I got 12 points already? Alright. That's super fast. I ain't gonna complain. Alright, 205. Alright, let's do a little melee damage. Let's bump up our ass kicking skills a little bit. Bump up our does fortitude do anything? There, we give us a little fortitude. Fuck it. That put us at 19. Okay. I think this is the fastest I have ever leveled in Ark. Ever. Let me see, I got, damn, 156 points. So, we could definitely get a thatched door. Look, I'm tired of y'all shit. I'm only trying to build. Let's see what I can build with. Alright, so we're gonna need thatch foundation. I can only craft one. Okay. Man, this, I don't know. Dude, Palm. I knew you was gonna try me up. But you know, this is a good spot to like build a house because apparently they got food delivery here. Made me forget what the hell I was gonna say. Man, that's some rude ass shit. Let me go get some more trees. Come on, give me the damn thing. Like, the graphics are nice, but I don't know what is going on with these graphics, but they definitely make my eyes kind of hurt on GeForce Now. I definitely like how they set up Evolved better than Ascended. This, like, even though I've made improvements, it still kind of looks ass to me. What the shit?
Now, Jane, before you get all wound up about me spending time with some castaway girl, let me just say, you got nothing to worry about on that score. It's more like when your folks used to make us take your know-it-all kid sister along with us everywhere. You know, a real pain in the ass. She just washed up on my beach, and boy, does it show. Doubt the girl would last half a day on this island if I wasn't here to babysit her. She's too damn soft. The very first time I saw her, she kept me from catching some squab for dinner. And suddenly I've got some brat lecturing me about how her precious new pet's the last of its kind. Wants me to take her seriously, like she's some kind of expert. All she has to do is look around. I mean, those fat little birds are all over the place here. I haven't even told you the nuttiest part. How she claims to be from the future. At least she says the good guys won. Which means you stayed safe and sound stateside. Either way, I thought I better show the girl what we're dealing with here. Man-eating monsters, floating sky things, the whole 9 yards. But maybe I shouldn't have rushed her. She's been just staring at all of it. Long enough for me to take her picture and write you this note. But don't worry, I promise I won't let her slow me down too much. Nothing's keeping me from getting back to your home cooking. Save me some, baby. Bob.
Alrighty then. Good for you, Bob. Good for you, fam. Good for you. You go get that home cooking. Oh, so that's what it was. Explorer note. Okay. You know what? I completely forgot about them because I hardly ever play the story arcs. What's up, my dude? Yeah, you look pretty cool. I do like the design. Let me save the game here. Do one more backup save. There we go. Alright, so I don't have nothing to tame you with yet. Don't go too far, man. There we go. Right, I gotta pull it back out. Alright. I still feel like it's not clear and crisp like it should be. It's like, shit, this feels pixelated. HOL, let me turn that shit off. Let me see if that does anything. Oh. There's the thing. Oh, yeah. Alright, that looks kinda cool. They even added some effects to it. Ah, come on. Dude, I guess we'll just manually grab it because I can't forget what the hot bar key was. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Well, that was nice of him. Dude, come on. So we've had home delivery. Okay. Let me... Because I didn't really see much of a difference in that. What am I doing? Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Why did I do that? That didn't even make no sense what I just did. Does it reset it? Oh, I can move this shit around? Hold up. Seriously? That's how I gotta shift it? Whatever, dude. One thatch foundation. Oh, you know what I'm missing? What am I missing? Fibers. Fibers is where I fall. Dude, come out of this. That's where I'm running toward. Might help if I pay attention. Let me get some fibers. I need a couple of these. I keep hitting escape. So we're gonna need more thatch. More thatch and more fibers. You're giving me an ass of berries. Not enough fiber. I need more fiber for my diet. Oh. No freeze up, a little bit of freeze up, okay. Let's go for the thatch. Give me that good thatch. Plenty of thatch. We'll see where this lands us. Probably need more than that. Yeah, we definitely gonna need more to make our big thatch ass house. Dude, give me the thing. Okay. Fibers. Dude, come on. Why is not hitting escape coming out, pulling me out of this menu? Come on, seriously, dude? Not getting no fibers from that. Right. Okay, I can just hold it down. That's great. Alright, let's see if we can make a few more foundations so we can start working on the wall. You jerk. Did he steal something from me? Is that what happened? Alright, punk. What were we trying to build? Good lord. So we got about 5 of these. I don't need 5 though. We're gonna do 4. Okay, so apparently I got. Well, what else do I need? Shit, man. What am I running low on? Fiber? Fiber and thatch? How many more of these do I need? Alright, so one thing I don't like, hitting escape does not take you out of the inventory. Alright, come on. Seriously? Well, at least that wood is lasting a while. Okay, why was... Am I gonna... Alright, if I have an input delay issues, is that what we're having? With me. Yeah. Looks like I'm having input delay issues. Well, I was. Alright, give me a sec. I'm gonna go grab a drink, guys. Alright, I'm back, guys. Okay, so I gotta be honest. As nice as this game looks, it doesn't translate very well on GeForce Now. I do believe Evolved looks better, comes in a lot more cleaner. And that's with its issues, but that's only the Steam version in my opinion. I mean, the Epic version doesn't look that bad on GFN either, but the reason why I say the Steam version is because unlike Epic, you do have the Primal mod where you can force the game to do a restart to enable the graphic settings to make it look clean and crisp. This dino looks nice. That's nice. So it's kind of glow in the dark. That's cool. So I think they definitely need to do something about these graphics on GeForce Now. At the starting gate, it is a lot cleaner looking in terms. I can tell how they're coming out, but it's like something is off. Because like unlike Evolved, this shit's making my eyes hurt. I can't quite place my finger on it. I think it has to do with it's just not as clean and crisp as it should be. It's not super horrible, but I can definitely bring the graphics out a lot better on Evolved. But I mean, Evolved has its issues on GFN also. All of their games look like shit on GeForce Now. I'm just gonna be brutally honest. Atlas, Ark Survival Evolved, Ascended. I expected it to kind of be a little better. And in some ways it is, but in some ways I think it's worse. Because I mean, I actually felt the need to have to use some of the graphic enhancements to make it look a little better. And it's still not quite where I'm happy with. You know. The menu looks like advertising ass. So you got advertising ass for the menu of the game. I hate games that do that shit. That's where Evolve shines. It's a lot more cleaner, except the Steam version where they try to force spam ads on you now in the one window. You don't have to deal with that, and as you guys noticed, there were no advertisements on the Epic version, so that's where the Epic version shines. So if you're definitely just playing the vanilla game only, unmodded, I would definitely say the Epic version would be far more superior. Unfortunately, they do not have pre-aquatica where you can just easily roll back. There are methods to rolling back. They really have screwed the pooch. Let me see if I can make a sleeping bag. Let me go on and craft one of these and get this out the way. So I'm going to drop my sleeping bag here while I'm still working on this, just on the off chance I get my behind handed to me. On their tribe, but fully take so. So I need more fiber. That's always great. Yeah. Want to go on and drop that because that way I can go ahead and have that out of the way, and plus I don't know how much longer I'm actually going to continue on with this. That's kind of why I'm sort of going over my thoughts about this game now. It's definitely not the worst looking game on the platform. I'll at least give credit where credit is due on that. And I did pick the island because out of all the maps and bugs and issues that I've read people having, I'm sorry, fam, but if you don't have the island at least working properly, then it's game over. So I did pick the map that I figured I would have the least amount of issues on. It was a coin toss between this and the center. I am kind of irritated that they don't have the Lost Island. I believe that's the hugest map in Ark, the one that we have our server set up for with Evolved. I wanted to see how it looked. I don't see that many drastic differences. Let me change some key bindings here. Alright, so let me change you. Where you at? Oh, for shit's sakes, I just saw you. I got the sun blaring in my house. Okay, left shift, so I need Q there. Left shift there. And we're gonna save that. There we go. That's better. I don't want to have to keep hitting left shift to run. We're gonna go get that. We're gonna go get the loot. And hopefully not die doing it. Well, it's a good idea to have the weapon at the ready. I'm not normally into unmodded Ark. I normally like, Ark is basically my Star Wars survival game. I do like the drops. Let me see, shift. I'm gonna have to ask Vampy what the thing I was again. So I do think some of the effects are pretty cool. If it wasn't for the fact that it did everybody dirty, I'd probably be more willing to promote this game. I would have even bought the Aquatica DLC had they made the pre-Aquatica available on GFN. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I would have bought it as a thank you on a sale. I'm not gonna pay full price for that buggy shit. Because I mean, hell, I would probably never play it unless I was just curious to look at it. Alright, I know I said I was going to be playing in first person more, but I was kind of curious to test out the third person on it. So, I gotta be honest though, the third person doesn't feel too far different from the third person in the first game. I mean, there's a little bit of movement that feels a little more smooth. Smooth, I can't talk. That's how you know I need to start calling it. There are some things that feel a little more smooth and fluid. So, I will say, I mean, like, some of the textures are coming out pretty decently, but then it's like other things don't look all that crash hot. Let me go ahead and level up. I got 19 points, so let me see where I can do. Let's do water, food, oxygen. There we go. Stamina. We need to bump that stamina up. Get that health up. Get that stamina up. There we go. Okay, so that bumped us to 220. So that's level 38. So yeah, I definitely got a lot of engrams I'm gonna have to go through and learn. Hatch pillar, ladder. We're not gonna be building that big of a thing out right now. So let me see what else do I need. One thing I'm not used to seeing is like some of the special stuff that you got for buying certain versions of the game and whatnot in the beginning of EA and whatnot. I'm not used to not seeing that show up in my inventory. I got the same issue though when I play Ark on Epic. I don't know, guys. I'm probably not gonna play enough of this to really catch all the bugs. Outside looking in, I don't see this game having been worth fucking everybody over the way they fucked everybody over. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything other than just a what I thought I would see. You know, a more souped up graphical experience of what we had already. There's really nothing that's super ass different. The radio menu I think is a freaking total eyesore. I don't know. This like I'm not feeling that. I definitely wish that could be an optional thing. I mean, it looks cool. I wouldn't say remove it, you know, leave it for people that want it, but I would definitely give us an option to use the old radial, or at least with the solid whatever, because yeah, I'm just not feeling that shit. Some of the menu looks a little more sci-fi. I'm not gonna say better, but more sci-fi. I probably really can't say much about the map. The map looks more or less the same to me so far, but I mean, let's be honest, I haven't went that far out. But just the starting spawning area, I don't see a lot that that's making me ooh and ah and go, oh, that's different. This is different. I'm like, yeah, it's more like, how's this any different than what I was playing before? You know, how's this any different than what I was playing before? Yeah, I'm not feeling it. So. I'm trying to decide if I want to call it here. How long have I been streaming? Because every time I walk away, it tells me about 2 hours, 31 minutes, and 49 seconds of counting. Okay, so about 2.5 hours. So, first impressions, I thought I was going to see some fucked up shit. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be as buggy as a lot of the videos. So it is nice to see that they've at least cleaned up some of that, but I do see on the forums a lot of people are still having major issues. So maybe I'll come across some of that the further in I play. Also, in fairness, I am not playing on a server. Some of the issues that other people are having are people who play on servers. You know, I want to say I've seen some people complaining about long load times or long wait times trying to get into servers and shit, getting kicked out. Did that really go out? Okay. There we go. So I had to empty some of that. Fair enough. We can take you out too. I'm not even going to bother to relight it, but I will. I did want to put some fresh wood in there. I do like some of the water effects. I do like that. So I'll kind of have to probably look this game over a little more. I don't know if I'll do it on stream. I may or may not. If I may save this as the if I can make a second game on the same arc, then I might test a separate game to try out changes and use this one to stream only on what I find out. I don't know if I'm gonna play it though, to be honest though. I gotta be really honest. Because I still got the server for the series I was doing that I haven't been able to play. And I'm trying to figure out how to get it compressed enough to where I can actually play it on my own computer. So I can go back to the series that I was doing. So it's not an entirely horrible game, but it is a game that was pushed out by a shitty ass publisher. It's very incomplete. They're already selling new DLCs. Also, a lot of the stuff that they do push in this game does not match Ark. So if you want original Ark, you know, without all the extra added fucking goofy shit, like Ninja Turtles and shit, or you don't want to see like a lot of virtue signaling bullshit, you know, thrown into the game, then you want to stick with Evolved. I'm just going to be brutally honest about that. Shouldn't have messed with me, dude. I knew he was going to pull that shit. I knew he was gonna pull that bullshit. Yeah, some of the yeah, I cannot talk. Some of the dino designs do not, in my opinion, really fit But I mean, Ark went off reservation a long time ago. Even Evolved, even Evolved. I would argue about that even with Evolved. It went from being a true, authentic Dino experience to something entirely different. But I just feel like they went really to the extreme with a lot of what I've seen regarding this game, or more accurately read up on. Because I haven't watched any gameplay videos, but a lot of the screenshots that I've seen them push out, you know, the turtles thing, yeah, I really wasn't feeling that shit. And I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan, you know, but it's just like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that crap. Not for this game. Jurassic Park might have been another story. It seemed like that would have fit, but a lot of the goofy cosmetics and shit. I feel like they're trying to do like some fucking behavior Dead by Daylight shit, you know. And they're probably trying to appeal to, like, you know, a newer audience because they've done pissed in the Cheerios of everybody else that was paying them money. So that's pretty much my thoughts, more or less in a nutshell. It's not a bad game, but it wasn't worth fucking the entire community over. It's definitely got a long way to go. I don't see anything different than gameplay-wise right out the starting gate that would make me ooh and ah versus what I got in the original game. Nothing that would make make me want to come over here and just play only this game or move on from Evolved to Ark or Ascended. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna do one more save. Let me say. Dude, did I not? I don't know what the limit is on backup saves. Let me see something. Alright. Oh, we will take one last look at this dude. You're looking pretty cool there, my guy. With your level 3 ass. We're gonna head back to the main menu. Yeah, I think I'm done ski. I think it's game over. Misery. I'm gonna do one more look. Just in case I missed something. So we have installed mods here. Oh, I do wanna, let's confirm that, right? We will confirm that. Let's see if the mods stay installed. It's probably not. Probably not. But it's worth a check. Because I know with DayZ, when you fire DayZ up, it will save your mod list on GeForce Now. But you're also subscribed to your workshop mods, so that's a whole different beast altogether. So I'm curious if their modding system will work similar, because with Ark, with Evolved, Survival Evolved, obviously you have workshop, so you know all your stuff, you know, should be good to go. I have not tested single player mods. I've never done single player on GFN with Ark. Not on the Steam version. Let me be specific. Oh man, this is so fun waiting for this bullshit. Okay, so yeah, you will have to manually install mods. I had a feeling that was going to be the case. So, yeah, that makes even on GeForce Now this being the lesser choice because GeForce Now will not support mods. So this is definitely the lesser choice if you're playing modded Ark. You want to stick with Evolved. Um, like I said, if you also want to avoid all the goofy shit that they've added into the game, I would definitely probably give this title a miss. Let me turn this music off so I can hear myself think. Yeah, 'cause that's getting on my nerves. So you got a menu riddled with advertisements. You got a bunch of goofy shit like Ninja Turtle crap. Let me see. Can I click on that? What does that show me? What do you get? So for $10, you can what? Play as a turtle? Is that the deal? Core turtle costume. So now, if you don't care about like being like immersive and you want it, obviously it's cool. So obviously they did this as a cash grab. Yeah. So this is obviously a cash grab. Can we watch this whole trailer or no? So you can't even full screen this bullshit. All right. No point in even doing that. So for an extra 3 gigs, and I need somebody to make that make sense. Do you get something other than costumes? Okay, you get some vehicles, you get some props, because like yeah, that's a lot for just skins. I mean, I would argue even just for like fucking vehicle stuff and everything. I mean, that's still kind of big for just skins. Like, why do you need 3.8 gigs for skins? But hey, you know what? If you guys like it, I love it. This would probably literally be the only goofy thing in this game that I would buy if I were playing it. Um, it definitely looks like they monetized the fuck out of it. What else do you have? Hold on. Why did this throw me in a mod list? So is that a mod? Are you a mod? So if I go back and I'm in the mod section, so view mod. So why would you not be a DLC? Huh. Okay. I don't know why they would throw me in the mod list. I thought it was a DLC. But I know they've done a lot of goofy shit with this game, added a lot of stuff that don't fit. I'm not gonna go down the list of everything, but they've definitely went off reservation. So you have a lot of different costumes up to, I mean, just like every other game. Well, not every other game, but every other big company that jumps the bandwagon on the virtue signaling, ass kissing shit. So you are going to find content like that, such as rainbow flags, etc., etc. Not flags, but I think they did like rainbow dinosaurs or some shit like that. The skins kind of looked goofy. The screenshots that I saw. But I mean, if you're about that life, they got that in here. Then obviously this would be a version for you if you're all about that. But if you're trying to just have like a authentic dinosaur experience, I would say Evolve's probably your best bet in order to pull that off because you have more modding capability. I feel like with more creative control with Ark on Evolved than what you do with Ascended, given the fact that they are locked down in contracts with Nitrado and there are limits to what you can and can't do, and all your shit's filtered through their bullshit. So they've definitely got the reins held a little tight in terms of this, and I just hate this fucking menu. I gotta be honest with you. News spamming, games that do this shit, I can't stand this shit. So overall, was it worth fucking the entire Ark community player base? For? No, no, absolutely not. I mean, it was never. It would have been my answer would have been no right at the starting gate anyway. But I wanted to see what was so hot to trot about this game, and just for the 2 hours that I basically ran around looking at this, and I didn't even run around for full 2 hours because I'm gonna be honest, this bitch just hurt my eyes to look at. It looks horrible on GeForce Now. They definitely need to do something about that, especially with Evolved. They need to put the pre-aquatic version of Ark Survival Evolved on GeForce Now. I don't know. I don't know. But they're not going to do it because they're assholes. So we already know. It's already been, what, 6 months to a year already? They still haven't done it. They're still trying to milk this cash cow. I mean, to such a point that the only reason we got it was because it was basically on a $12 sale, $11 and some change. You know. So thank you, Vampy, for the game. I have definitely held up my end of the bargain. I have taken my first look. Uh, I think honestly, I felt like I was going to have a lot of oh fuck reactions to a lot of stuff I've seen, or would have seen the way I imagined. So I did not run into it nearly, in fairness, it was not nearly as bad as what I thought I would run into, but I'm sort of meh about it. Like, it's kind of, I don't see what the big hype was. Like, I'm seeing more negatives than I'm seeing positives, you know? Like, the inventory looks cool, but the radio menu looks like shit, you know? You can tweak the graphics or whatever, so I don't have to worry about rebooting. They couldn't have fixed that with the first game. Or at least had those, features enabled on here for the first game, so that game could look good. There are things, I definitely think the Evolved game, the original game, in my opinion, to me, and everybody has their own taste and preference, to me, Evolved looks a lot better in a lot of ways over Ascended. There are some things that Ascended does a little better in terms of looks, but it doesn't translate on GeForce Now very well. Because I'm gonna be honest, the entire time I was playing, I wanted to turn it off. I did not like what I was looking at. I did not like what I was seeing. I just wasn't feeling it, guys. I really wasn't feeling it. But I don't know. That's a wrap. That's all I really got to say on it. So you guys kind of make your own choices. But if you want more creative freedom, I would definitely stick with Evolved. Played a pre-aquatic event branch. Can't talk this morning. Ascended, I wouldn't give them any more money than what they already have gotten. And if I'm being brutally honest, I'd probably wait till this bitch was on a 99.9% sale. I mean, it ain't even worth a fucking dollar at this point. They were supposed to give this free to everybody. So, definitely have it on a dirt cheap sale. If you just absolutely got to look at it, don't go past that $12 mark. I mean, honestly, the $12 that we spent was probably more than what it was fucking worth. I'm not saying anything here that we didn't already own prior to getting this. And the only difference is Evolved is the complete version of the game. This is a half-baked version of the game with goofy shit added on top of here. Like, I'm sitting here looking at this while I'm talking to you guys. This fucking, what the fuck am I looking at here? Oh, now it's not, what, it's not going to show me fresh premium picks? Okay. Let me go back. See, I hate this menu. Like, you got military vehicles? So, yeah, if you want to go off reservation with some stupid ass mods, by all means, this is your game. I don't recall seeing that kind of shit in the workshop section of the other one. Available now, premium. I am gonna look at this. That looks cool. I'll give them credit there. I will give them credit there. I wouldn't pay $2 for this shit, but it looks cool. I'll give the mod creator credit where credit is due. But I'm not gonna pay for mods. Period. Ever. I might donate to a mod creator, but I'm not going to buy a mod. Let me be crystal clear. I will donate to a mod creator. I will not buy a mod. I don't believe in buying mods. I think mods should be free. I am very anti-charging for mods, so there will never be a mod on this game that I would ever buy. So that's just, it would be game over. So that's probably even more reason why, because it's riddled with ads. They charge for mods. But in any case, guys, this was my first look. That's my first impressions. Sorry, Vampy, I didn't have like more messed up reactions. I truly, vampires, seriously. Oh, okay, okay. It's time to go. It's time to go, guys. As I was saying, Vampy, sorry I didn't have more like messed up reactions. I didn't really see all that much crazy crap, but I'm seeing more crazy crap on the menus. I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm seeing more crazy crap on this menu than I am anything. I'm like, this is some goofy ass. What the fuck am I looking at here? Like, what is this bullshit? Oh my god. They really got a lot of candy ass bullshit in this game. Hey, you definitely want to play this game vanilla if you're trying to go for the authentic experience. I'll definitely tell you guys that. Yeah, this is that. Yeah, yeah, it's game over. It's game over. Yeah, it's game over. It's game over. Okay, I've taken my look. I've looked at it. I'm done looking. I've seen enough. I've seen enough, guys. Let me get ready to call the stream here. All right, guys, that's a wrap. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Y'all seen what I saw. Let me know what you guys think. If you catch the stream after the end of it, leave me a comment, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. Whether or not if you're an Ark Survival Ascended player, if you enjoy playing it, give me some net positives, fam. Give me some net positives. We all know the score with who we're dealing with, but give me some net positive. Like, why do you play this game over Evolved? If you're one of those that play it over Evolved, tell me what it is about this game, other than the graphics, that made you pick this game over Evolved. Because I'm not seeing it. I don't get it. Ark Survival Evolved is a far superior product across the board. Had they not sabotaged it with Aquatica, it'd still be a far superior blah, 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 can't talk. A far superior product. I mean, even Sabotage is still far superior. But we all know they did that or whatever to try to force everybody over here. But I did find it kind of funny that they told the community that it's a gift and then turned around and charged everybody for it. And that's why I didn't buy the DLC. I told them kiss my ass. Take that gift and shove it dead up their ass. I'm not paying for that shit. They need to give that. They need to get that free to everybody. They just as bad as they messed up. They just need to give that DLC away to everybody and refund everybody that paid money on that shit and give that damn DLC to the Epic users. All they can do is swim in water. Y'all saw that at the beginning of the stream. Y'all saw that. That's horrible. Them poor Epic users. I feel so bad for them. Poor Epic. Man. But anyway, damn, I'm getting tongue-tied. Like my brain's moving faster than my mouth. In any case, I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good one, everybody. And remember, be cool. Don't be a fool.